How do? Sorry, it's been a while. 2023 was pretty eventful. 3 job changes and a house move. So as you might be able to see, I am doing my video not from my usual garage, from somewhere different. We've moved to a bungalow with a garage, but we're going to be turning the garage into another room, so that is me out of the garage. But it gives me the perfect opportunity to build myself a new workshop. I've always wanted to go for log cabin workshop because I love that sort of thing, and we have a small woods at the bottom of our property, so it will fit in with the surrounding area. So this will be a little video of building, prepping, and I'll give you a rundown on costs on the end as well, how much it costs. So first off is the base for the build. That is what you have to get done, and make sure you have a secure base for the cabin. So here's a little rundown on what we did for the base. Right, so with the concrete, my property is quite long. The cabin is about 100 metres away from the front of the house. And I didn't pay for a pump to get the concrete pumped down. So we had to wheelbarrow it back and forwards. I'd like to thank all my friends that helped me on that day because that was a lot of wheelbarrowing, but we got it done. So, base was all down. I'd already ordered the cabin, and they said there was about a 3 to 4 week wait on the cabin. Only little niggle I'm going to have is it actually took 8 weeks to get here, but it is what it is. So the cabin I got was from Dunster house. I did a lot of research on different companies, on different cabins, and I didn't want to go for the cheapest and I didn't want to go for the most expensive, so I found the most reasonably priced was Dunster cabins. I went for the his and hers cabin because this one I wanted to have a clean side and a dirty side. For all the sawdust and everything, grinder dust on one side, and then the other side I wanted to be able to shut it off and keep everything in there, like all my 3D printers and my lasers and stuff, as clean as I can. One thing that also made me pick them was the windows came with standard double glazing, and the floors and the ceilings were all tongue and groove. Some companies don't offer that, you just get sheeting, and I didn't want to go with that, I wanted to go with something a bit more sturdy. So on their instructions it says 2 people, 2 days, competent DIYs to get it done. I was pretty much on my own. I did have my boy help me with stuff, but it took me 4 days. So when you work out the math, 2 people 2 days, 1 person 4 days, it's about right. I'm a pretty competent DIYer, so if you've never really done anything like that before, don't do it yourself, get someone to help you. Anything I will say to you is make sure everything is square, because if it's not, when you go to put the windows and doors in, or when you go and try and do the roof, you're gonna come into some problems. So for the first few levels, keep checking your diagonals, so corner to corner, making sure it's completely square, because you will come into trouble when you get towards the end. Everything was provided, all doors, windows. One thing I like about all the doors and windows is they are the 3-point locking system, so they're not cheap ones. They've all got tempered glass in them, so it's all really good, high quality stuff. Not cheap, crappy shed windows. So far, no complaints, really happy with it. I had a couple of little niggles or some advice I needed to seek. Dunster House were perfect, their customer service was great, and they got back to me really fast as well. So big thumbs up for Dunster House. Right, so cost breakdown. The concrete for the concrete base was £800. The shuttering, DPM and hardcore was about £500. Plus I also had to pay £280 to hire a digger for the weekend. So it does all add up. The cabin itself was 6,500, which is a mid-price range because you can get some for a couple of thousand and then you can get some for 12, 13,000. So I want to get something in the middle, right size, and then I'll be happy. Obviously, if you're paying someone to come do this, it's going to be a lot more expensive because you're going to have to pay labour, and I did everything myself. And none of this includes, obviously, electrics, lights, and anything you put an inside of the cabin. But all in all, I'm happy, I love it. I'm slowly now in the process of getting everything on the inside how I want it. So stay tuned and you'll be able to see the journey of my workshop coming to what it's going to be. So make sure you like and subscribe, and then you can come follow me on the journey. And as always, thanks for watching videos, and I'll catch up with you next time.